Welcome to another Team Horny Racing sim racing video. This week it's the Porsche Cup and it's at the RedBull ring. 17 laps of a circuit that I feel I know pretty well, so I thought, I can do this with very little practice, which turns out was a huge mistake. It's a great circuit, but when it's really packed with close racing, it's quite a challenge. So we'll start off as we do most weeks. We'll go with a opening lap on board this week. So here we are on the grid, qualified 17th, I think. And we didn't get a great start. Just didn't get my reaction time was pretty poor. We head into the first corner here. Trying to avoid any instance. First corner's normally a bit carnage, and we managed actually to get through pretty unscathed, no contact, no off track, and we're part of the sort of middle to back pack heading up towards, I don't know, the often argued, is it turn 2, is it turn 3? I think that's turn 2, even though it's kink of this is turn 3, but the argument will rage forever. Again, this is a source of many incidents throughout races, so I had to keep wide to avoid the guy on the inside, and unfortunately he's a bit of a blinker, and he continues to blink throughout the whole of this first lap as we follow him down towards the very tight right-hander down here. This is a second gear. It's probably one of my favourite corners on the circuit, but it makes a big difference whether you get the line right as to your run down here. As you come in towards sort of a double left, change down. I think the fast guys are doing fourth, but I find it easier in third. You've got this long left here, then a short squirt straight, and a little stab of the brakes, and then third gear again through here, for a long sweeping right, and then that brings us down to the double right-hander, which takes us back onto the start-finish straight. There's a blinking blinker again. So we go in again, fourth gear for this first one. Try not to run too wide and get off track, and pop it down into third, turn the front in, and then here we go down towards the start-finish line. It's a pretty short lap here at the RedBull ring, and as you can see here, it's really close racing already. I'm going past the end of lap 1 just in this instance, because as we turn into here to turn 1, we'll see that the blinker has spun and left the scene. So skip forward a bit here. I'm having a bit of a battle with the red car here. I went down the inside, I was too late on the brakes. I think he saw it coming and he went for the cutback. I managed to pull back in front of me again. Great little battle that. And then we head through this sort of fast-ish left-hander. I think he was a bit spooked by the guy going off on the left and lifted a bit, so it allowed me to get right back up on his bumper. We've got another guy off on the left. Again, I think he lifted just because he was a bit worried, so I managed to get my nose down the inside, and that's probably my favourite overtaking spot, this one, so careful. And then we've got another load of spinners. This is lap 2, yeah, load of spinners going off left, right and centre. And yeah, we've moved up a few places, I think probably 5 or 6. Here we are again, a bit further on. And turn 2/3, got it a bit wrong. This guy snuck up beside me and got past. So I tried to fight back, I followed him, and yeah, disaster. Basically just lack of concentration, bit flustered by him coming down the inside, missed my braking point. I think it actually got up to 7th before that happened. And here we are, rolling back onto the circuit, and we are actually, as this car comes past now, any second, there he is, absolutely dead last. 22nd, I think. So all that good work, up to 7th, all lost. It's worth pointing out here then that in this particular series, it's 17 instant points for off-tracks or contact result in a drive-through, and 25 at disqualification. I've already racked up a few points by this point. And here we see, moving on a bit more, 2 guys have gone off on our right, so that's 2 positions. He backed off, so that's 3 positions in basically, well, 2 corners, 1 corner almost. So we're moving back up the field again already, which is a bit of a result. We move forward again a bit, and coming into turn 1 here. And yeah, another spinner. So there's quite a lot of spinning going on this circuit. I think these guys got a bit tangled up, so we managed to get past 2 more there as we head up towards turns 2 and 3. So lots of really close racing, as you can see in this. So here we are again, moving forward again a bit further. There's a couple of spinners there, and I don't know if you could just about hear, but there's a thump from behind, and that's me getting a tap on the rear. And if we move to an outside camera, we'll be able to see a bit more of what happened in that incident, which we'll do in a minute. But what it does do is enable me to get one down the inside of this guy, because we'd all lifted due to the spinners, and I managed to get in front. So another position gained. But if you look on the outside here, coming through the last 2 turns, we've got the spinners in front, we all stand on the brakes, and the guy behind just runs straight into the back of me. So that's a few more incident points racked up already. But like I said, you know, the slowing down of everyone allowed me to at least get a run on the guys in front, and I managed to put one past on the purplish car here going into turn 1. We're actually back behind the blinker that we were back at the start, though his internet connection seems to have improved and he stopped blinking. But that purple car just passed. He tried getting past again with a bit of a thump here into the turn 2-3, and again that's even more incident points. So at this point in the race now, I am only a few points away from having to do a drive-through, which is an absolute disaster. So now I'm faced with trying to, another spinner on the left there, I'm faced with trying to build back a good position to not lose too many rating points, but at the same time do so without running wide or getting tangled up with another driver, because just a bit of light panel touching can cause more incident points. So at this point, it's I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up getting a drive-through, because I don't think I can make it to the end of the race without at least some contact, because so far at least half of the points I've got have been through other people hitting me. So yeah. So anyway, here we go. So a bit further again, and as you can see, I'm right in a pack full of cars. A couple of guys got past me, had a bit of a bad run, and a bunch of guys got on the outside, and I've actually dropped back a few positions, but I'm trying to be super cautious and keep out of everyone's way, as well as not lose too many positions. The old heart rate was pretty high at this point. Again, keeping it down the inside into turn 1 here. Just hope that no one turns in on me. I managed to squeeze in between those two, and I think I lost 2 positions. But at this point we're back up to about 15th, I think, around that. But again, the guy on the inside got a much better run, and it was too late by the time I realised to try and cover him off. So I had to just try and stay around the outside again and avoid any kind of contact. Which, you know, he gave me plenty of space, which was great. We run back down to the sharp left-hander. But yeah, you can see this is a properly good race. Probably one of my favourite races so far in iRacing. It was really, really exciting. So again, just kind of trying to stay out of trouble, and hope to pick up a few places as we go. And then we have a spinner in front of us. Doesn't look too dramatic there, but from on board with a nice bit of slow-mo, we can see how close it was. At the time, I remember just thinking, he's got to be sliding towards the outside, just to keep it pinned, because I knew the guys behind me, if I braked or lifted, they were going to be straight into the back of me. So yeah, that was fairly exciting, to put it mildly. Again, jump forward a bit more, and these guys are having a right old tussle in front of me. I'm thinking, okay, well, there's a few positions to be gained here, so down the inside, take advantage of them having a tussle, back past the grey and purple car, which I don't know, I think we passed each other quite a few times in this race. And we're heading into the dying laps now, and the silver car in front had not a great run out, so probably my favourite overtaking spot into the second to last corner, down the inside, late on the brakes, chuck it in, and there we go. I think at this point then, we're basically back up into the top 10. So yeah, that was 10th place. At this point it was just a case of trying to put a gap on these guys and run to the finish. I think there actually was some more action to come. So yeah, I got not a great run out of the first corner there, which leaves you open to getting done. So I tried to stay on the inside here to protect my position, but I just didn't make the apex that well, not enough speed out, and got mugged on the outside and nearly mugged on the inside. But I managed to keep the guy on the inside, again that purple and grey one, at bay, but the guy on the outside managed to get past me. So back down to 11th at this point, I think. Going through these double left-handers, the fourth and the third gear. And he's made a mistake. I'm on his bumper, and again, my favourite overtaking spot, second to last corner, down the inside. Away we go, another place gained. I should probably actually watch the full replay back and work out how many times I overtook someone and how many times I got overtaken. But I think it's the most amount of passing in both directions I think I've ever done in an iRacing race. But yeah, from this point onwards it was just a case of hold position to the finish, and there we go, we finished P10. That was a great race, had a really good time. There's the old scorecard for you to have a look at if you want to pause there. All the stats when my safety rating took a beating because of all the off tracks and stuff, but I didn't get a drive through, I didn't get disqualified. And I got a slight iRating increase, so not all bad at all. Next week's Interlagos, I'm looking forward to that, but also we're doing a 24-hour of Le Mans, so I need to do some practice for that as well. So that's what's coming up. Hopefully, a video of Interlagos next week. So thanks for watching, and as always, take care of yourselves. Cheers, bye.